Jamie, disappointing result. Come out 2-1 defeat against Tilbury. They're one of the top teams in the league at the moment, and we definitely gave them a good game. Just immediate thoughts on the game itself. How did you feel that went?
It's funny because I think up until 60 minutes we're quite comfortable. You know, they hadn't had too many shots on our goal. First half I thought we were really good, did everything what was needed, the aggression, the desire, the work rate, you know, making good decisions, the fight, the will to want to win, and that ultimately got us our reward in the last few minutes from a set piece, which I said, keep the ball alive. We tend to have a first phase and we're not always on the second and third. I think it was a header out, our heads in, I think Jaden or Richo headed back, Shane was brilliant. So it was sort of encouragement. We go in at half time and I'm pleased. Listen, we've played better football at times, but sometimes it's not about that, and we've spoken about it, that you need a fight and a will and a desire to win football matches, and you come in and they've given you all that, so you're like, brilliant. You knew you was going to get a response from Tilbury, but I thought it wasn't that anything we could deal with, and we felt quite comfortable, and we then have the best chance of the game. Ultimately, Shane goes clean through, and he's been brilliant in the game. I think he got man of the match, scored a great goal, but he has an opportunity at 1-0, clean through, should score. And he come and apologise, and I'm like, it's not about apologising, it happens. But I think the key moment, if he scores that, 2-0, I think at the time of the game and how they weren't doing a lot, I think it kills everything. It gives a positive energy back around the stadium, gives good energy to the group, and it kills them a bit. I think by missing, you get the complete opposite. The crowds thought, oh no, the boys feel it because they feel we should be 2 up, and it spins on them that they're like, right, we're back, we've got, we've sort of got away with one, and then 5 minutes later they got a pen and we're 1-1, and then they are in the ascendance and we're fighting and struggling to get back to where we were, and then we concede another one right at the death, and you sort of come away and you're like, you've lost 2-1, but you're like, how? And we've had this before, and I can't argue or moan about the commitment and work rate today. I thought the 2 new boys added even more. Richo and Dicko, they gave us what we actually need. Very vocal, very physical, show of will to desire to win a football match. But yeah, key moments, penalty and one that we don't know if it went over or not. And I sit at ground and we're like, how have we lost? Worst case you take 1-1. Best case we should have been 2-0 up, and potentially I think the whole game changes because they're going to have to throw more bodies forward. We can then break on them and probably go and win the game comfortably. So yeah, it's disappointing because obviously we know what the occasion meant, and I think most of the fans who've come, the actual result probably was secondary because it's just actually opening the stadium and being here. But we felt we wanted to, as a group, try and send them away with a win, which would have made it even better. But I hope that they like what they saw, as in the desire and passion to want to win. The quality I know we have, and certain games you're not going to have it. But I just hope that people come and saw and thought, this team actually does care about Cambridge and want to win football matches, and will do what they can to win it. And ultimately, I think if we do that with the quality we have, then we'll be fine. But you just want the fans to go, okay, I quite enjoyed that. As much as not the result, but I liked what I saw. I liked the desire from all the boys, and I'll come again.
Yeah, I think we as fans ourselves, we've been walking around the stadium today, and everybody's just been really pleased with the way the stadium's set up. They're pleased with the way the players have played, and it does feel like everyone's buying into Cambridge City. And we spoke about this being the start of something, and win, lose or draw today. This is about the occasion more than anything, and it's somewhere where we can start building. The result's disappointing, but how did you feel the players responded to the number of? We had 1,400, I think.
Yeah.
I'm sure they were pleased with that.
Yeah, definitely. You could see them; they were buzzing, and my main thing around the whole day was the only thing I wanted them to focus on was the crowd and actually to use it. And the only way you're going to do that is by effort, is by working hard, is by chasing and tackling. You'll get them on side. You might be able to give a ball away, you might misplace a pass, you might miss a shot, you might not score when you should have done. But if you give them everything else, then they're going to buy into you as a group and go, oh, I can see what they are, I can see that they care. And that's ultimately all fans want. They turn up, they pay their money, travel, we've had a great support home and away. And most of the time they like what they see because they can see you trying. the worst thing is when the fans are travelling everywhere, paying good money, and they see a team that half doesn't care. And that's one thing that I've said from day one, that the group I know I've got care about it. I know it's not their team and whatever else, but for me, when I bring the boys in, that is your team until you're not here. And I felt that we give them that. We know we've got a lot more quality in our team, and in certain games it'll come out a lot more than what it did today. But I just hope that they enjoy that side of it, as in I've got a team here that will want to do all they can to win a football match. Because for us, I said to them, we want to keep these. We want 500s, thousands, whatever, every week, as long as. But the only way we're going to do that is by you keep doing that, add the quality, win more football matches, get us up the top of the league, and you'll be playing in front of this every week, because you can see that they're here, and we want to keep and bring the old guard back, because I know a lot of them have not come because of this, and we also want to encourage a whole new breed of Cambridge City fans. So we know what's at stake, and obviously we spoke about this at the beginning of the season, that it's a building process, and we want to build this from top to bottom. Now we're in, it's like, okay, we need to keep everyone, add more, and be averaging really good crowds, and entertaining them, and very happy, win, lose or draw, that they feel they've seen a team that cares about the club.
Yeah, and we, off the back of today, we go into another home game on Tuesday night. Looks like we came through that without any injuries, is that?
Yeah, I think so. It's surprising, and no suspensions.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Jalen Randall's back, and
Yeah.
again, I could harp on about, I've got 4 players out that started last Saturday when we beat Whittam, but unfortunately, one's away, one's got tonsillitis, one's injured, and the other one's suspended. We've had to deal with it, and again, you see the team we put out. I've had Lee, Kingy and Charlie on the bench, and all 17-year-olds, and yeah, listen, it is what it is. We've had to deal with it for the last 6 weeks, and then you bring 2 in, thinking, oh brilliant, I'll add these to the group, and then you lose 4. So we'll have Jaden back. I'm gutted for him because he's been brilliant, been our captain, and he's missed this occasion. But he was in the change rooms doing what he does as a captain. Alfie should be back as well. Smudger we won't have, and JT obviously is injured. But with the 2 we've added, if we get another 2 back, then all of a sudden, okay, we've got another 2, and then you're then just waiting on JT and Smudge. So we've got a good group, and I know when I've got everyone fit, I have a hard job of picking start 11. At the moment, I haven't actually had that because one comes in, one goes out. So it's been sort of easy to a point because there's not many people I can choose from. So yeah, hopefully everyone's come through unscathed. I normally get a text on a Monday if something's happened, which I turn my phone off. And like I said, we've got Alfie and Jaden back. So we should be stronger as a squad on Tuesday. I don't know if that changes anything, but it makes my job easier that I know I've got more of my senior boys back and more of the squad that I can pick from. It's going to be a different game. Wolfram Abbey are decent. We've obviously played them already. Play a different style of football, very possession based, good on the ball, good movement. So it will be different for us. We've come through 2 sort of games with them, and today where it's been more of a fight and a bit more up and under and that sort of stuff. But we're still going to need that, because whatever you do, you're going to have that. But you're not going to deal with as much physicality because they tend to play more. So it poses a different challenge. But yeah, like I say, it's nice to have 2 back-to-back ones. Hopefully we can turn the result around and put in a good performance. And then we move on. And I